none wish to declare Rakshir upon you?
Let them. No one can stand in the way of my vengeance. This grows tiring. We have done what we came to do. Set course for ire, and let us bring this war to Amon.
Do not dare give me orders, Alarak. We will return to Ire only when I believe the time is right.
Let's hope that time comes soon.
Alright, let's... I wonder how much is left, actually. We really do seem to...
Amon is defeated.
You fear they will never integrate with our society.
Probably
They
won't.
share our blood, but they are not like us. You know in your heart that may never change.
It is true. A great battle may loom on the horizon ahead of us, but it's a risk we must take.
It is a great risk.
The dawn of a unified Protoss requires much. Like the threads of a cloth, we must come together and be stronger because of it.
To think what we've become with their culture influencing us. Changing us.
Yes. We will be changed. And perhaps that is what you fear more than battle. The path ahead is uncharted, Matriarch.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of nervous of Protoss culture now. Because the Tal'darim are pretty fucked up. And while certainly Protoss culture wouldn't become like other Protoss culture... Yeah, Protoss Tal'darim will consider them separate for a moment. Protoss culture will become more like Tal'darim culture. But certainly more moderated though, heavily. But it still will be kind of scary. Because Tal'darim are so extreme and fucked up. Don't need that.
Rohana, before you freed yourself from the Kala's grip, did you see anything else?
Yes, I saw Amon's end. As the Firstborn created the Kala, the Xel'naga were disturbed from their slumber. They felt an absence within the void itself. They discovered Amon and his followers at Xeris, and a war among the gods erupted. Amon unleashed the Swarm.
And the Swarm consumed the Xel'naga.
Only a fraction remained within Ulnar. In the final confrontation, Amon was felled, but he was not defeated. He returned to the void, twisting it with his hatred. His servant, Narud, machinated for eons, seeking a body to sustain his master.
The hybrid.
A stepping stone towards the host body he now forges upon Ire. His plan is almost complete.
We are still here, Rohana. And he can be defeated again.
Just to follow up on the Tal'darim point, like, look at some Protoss looking down on Terran and whatnot, on Terrans. You don't really want that mixing with the Tal'darim stuff. Tal'darim are isolationists. They don't really fuck with anyone else. And certainly the Protoss are that way themselves, but I don't know. Maybe they'll change their stance when they've killed a god and are all unified and quite more burly than they were before. Little terrifying thought, you know? Because it could seem like the minion might have more issues than just some mind-controlled cultists. But with this guy's, hierarchy, you'll probably keep them under control and all that, for the most part. But still, it's certainly not a nice thought.
Alarak has brought his ascendants into our fold. They are fierce, but strong.
Vengeance for the betrayed.
Through Rakshir, the Tal'darim climbed the chain of ascension, the areas of absorbing terrazine and the essence of their supplicants. I mean, these ascendants powerful indeed. They have psionic orb, which damages enemies in its path, mind blasts an enemy for high damage, and sacrifice a friendly unit's life for energy. And reduces friendly units to 1 life. Shields are not affected. Ooh, alright. Better than just outright killing them, I suppose. I'll stick I'll stick it on, keep it on this for the moment. I mean, the mind control could be quite useful, as is the madness one. Confusion, sorry. So yeah, we'll leave it on that for the bit. Got a nice mix of Ire, Tal'darim, and Nerazim here, as well as some energizers, or purifiers. Why do I keep calling it energizer? Ah, it's because this was the energizer. It's actually a purifier. Solar core.
Greetings, Hierarch.
Easy conversation for me.
Do not think what has happened here will spare Alarak from my watchful eye.
I did not expect it to.
If he dares to betray us or takes any action against you, I promise his blood will coat these corridors.
Good. That is what I am counting on.
Personally, I was thinking, may you want to be less messy? Feel free to kill him brutally. Just, you know, don't want to be a goit for the janitor, you know?
The terrazine converted from gas to energy with no loss or gain. Incredible. Do not worry, Hierarch. The keystone is empty. It would be unwise to begin new tests with life forms present. Even these results require further testing. I pray the terrazine we extracted while orbiting Slain will prove sufficient to test the keystone's limits. The keystone is quite dangerous at this moment, Hierarch. I would keep your distance for now. The energies of the void are highly unpredictable. The keystone appears to act as a focal point, converting the energy of one reality into another.
That's handy.
The keystone is quite dangerous. The Templar and the Tal'darim have joined forces. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Can we trust Amon's former allies?
None the slightest.
Can we trust Amon's former allies?
You're repeating yourself. Let's get some of these. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, bridge.
We must stand together if we are to endure. The Protoss are one. We must stand together if we are to endure. So many
Oh,
lost.
last mission. Or last
So much
planet.
destruction. But there is a glimmer of hope. We will destroy Amon's host body and cast him from the Kala. The Templar shall make our final stand for Ire.
I was hoping, I know we could meet Raynor for one last time. I don't know why, but I wanted to see that guy a little bit more. We'll probably see him a bit more in the Nova campaign. The Nova mission packs. But I can't believe I'm already nearly done the game. Presumably, once you go back to Ire, these are the last few missions and that's it. Didn't pop up and give me a warning or anything. Just gonna have to draw that assumption. Regardless.
Brothers, sisters, the time has come for our attack.
Oh, well, this is truly a miracle.
Rohana has used her connection to the Kala to reveal Amon's plan. He forges a hybrid body to indwell, and exists within it and the Kala. But he remains vulnerable until this form is complete. He must call upon the Golden Armada for defense.
There is still a way to prevent them from warping to Ire, by dismantling the warp network's power structures.
That would grant us the time we need to destroy Amon's hybrid form. Clever.
Once he only has the Templar to inhabit, we unleash the Keystone, removing Amon from the Kala.
It will not contain him for long.
No, but long enough for our people to sever their connection to the Kala and thrust him back into the void.
His optimism is dangerous. We could destroy them all from orbit, and not waste such time.
How dare you suggest the destruction of our people?
I will not accept that, Alarak. What we face is a true horror, but we must endure it. Ready yourselves. The final confrontation is upon us, and we will meet it head on.
You know, the Preserver, whatever way I ended up looking at her when she was possessed, all I could think of was Protoss underboob. I don't know, it's not boob, they don't have them, but it's just like rib or whatever. But that's how it ended up looking. Or at least the thought it evoked in my mind.
Zeratul believed that I would become a great leader, that the Protoss would place their faith in me. Now, I will see if he was right.
Poor Zeratul.
Ire, this is not the first time I have fought for you, but it may be the last.
Why not bring the fight to Amon? Every moment we linger is a moment wasted.
To be honest, maybe it's just because it's taken me a few days to complete the game and all that. It almost feels like the like feel of the game has changed since the early missions. It's not the early on panic or, you know, thing going on anymore. It's probably just more me than the game.
Her destiny lies in the future, not in the past.
Ah, so that's why she separated herself from the Kala.
Ire.
Your people are
Fair enough.
Artanis. I know you desire to save them, but it will not be done. Our focus should be on Amon's destruction alone.
By destroying Amon's body, then liberating my people from the Kala, he will be thrust back into the void. It is a victory we can achieve.
It is a folly and a risk we do not need to incur. We should eradicate the Protoss, burn the entire world, and all on it.
No, Alarak. If we may save my people, it will be done. Do not defy me on this.
Of course, I only counsel wisdom. If you do not wish to hear it, I will say no more.
Such a smug bastard. Well, maybe smug's not the right word, but he's a bastard nonetheless.
Ire, some of my people are seeing it for the first time. They were born on Shakuris and have only heard tales of our homeland.
They will see much more of it, now that the power of the Keystone is within our grasp. Zeratul spoke truly. It has ushered us unto hope.
Yes, though not as we initially suspected.
Still, his tireless devotion brought us this chance. I will forever honor him for that.
As shall I.
I wish someone would explain to her, he killed your mom because she was mind controlled by Karrigan. Please, someone tell her! No one has. No one probably knows about Zeratul, but you'd think he would have told someone.
The psionic matrix was first sparked 3,000 years ago. It is strange. Such a joyous event, and I only know of it from what has been recorded in history. I do not feel the memory. I cannot tell you of the joy that Protoss felt as the first pulse charged the psi matrix, or the rush of thoughts that cascaded through the Kala and the minds of the proud Palnai.
And yet, we know all that we need to about these times, Rohana.
Yes. You must understand, though, to have so little of experience to recall it, my account is capable of flaws, of imperfection.
Perhaps this is how our histories should be viewed after all, without certainty, only seen through the era one lives in.
But the point should remain that even with the Kala, her vision was still had uncertainty. Well, a different sort of one. She was certain about it, but it was still tainted by bias and whatnot. Remember when they looked down on the guy who saved the Dark Templar as if he'd done the wrong action, when the Hierarch pointed out he didn't commit genocide, and it was the right thing.
Being free of the Kala.
Like the world has been dulled, and yet has somehow become more real, more immediate. I feel as if I am a child again.
It is like that at first for each of us. The path set before you is hard, Rohana, but you will find your footing again.
But yeah, basically, even with the Kala, she still had issues. Just there were different ones that she still hasn't really realised. Ooh, this seems brighter than ever.
The keystone is reacting to void energies on the surface of Aya. But this scale...
The keystone's angry.
Amon, how long until the keystone is ready?
I do not know. It has only been used like this once before. The keystone shows clear evidence of tampering, likely by this Narud creature mentioned in the Terran engineer Swan's report. It was adapted to drain the void energies within Kerrigan and store them until they could be redistributed to revive Amon. The foundation is there, but it was never intended to house the full energies of a Xel'naga.
You will find a way, Karax. If there is one thing I have learned, you will not rest until you have found your result. I have faith in that.
Thank you, Hierarch. But this will prove difficult. The keystone was intended to be a vessel, not a prison.
Slap a few prison bars on it, it'll work well enough.
I have such tangible memories of Aya. I can still feel the warm breezes of Aldera, its hot sunlight filling my every pore.
The Praetor Council took me to Aldera as a youngling too. It is there where I ignited my first Psyblade.
Felix as well. It was the proudest moment of his life. He felt such purpose, such surety of his existence. I look forward to seeing this place he so loved for the first time.
Those memories you hold, they are of another place. That world is no more.
Then we shall build a better one on top of it.
Gotta love him. Be Fleshy Phoenix or Robo Phoenix, he's, you know, well, not well, but, you know, he's a good guy. Templar's return.
The Psi Matrix's power structures are accessible from 3 locations across Aya. We must divide our forces to destroy them. I shall coordinate you and your Executor's efforts from aboard the Spear of Adun. We can begin as soon as you are ready, Heya.
Dones any units to psionic energy in the last section of Templar's Rebirth, and control at least 15 enemy units with Karax's reclamation ability in Templar's Return. Cool. Alright. Let's give it a try. This is gonna be awesome. Yeah, this. I'm looking forward to this. Come on, load. Come on, game, load.
The psionic matrix is the beating heart of Aya, formed from a lattice of Tal'darim crystals embedded within the planet's crust. Its power structures can only be accessed from 3 points. If we destroy them, it should disable the warp network.
I will send 3 forces. We shall destroy the Matrix before Amon can recall the Golden Armada to Aya.
Think you'd have already done it. Oh, we were here before. StarCraft 1.
The citadel of the Executor to reach the first
sorry.
power structure, but the city has been infested.
No matter. We shall purge Antioch of the Zerg.
Even if I must do it myself.
Waiting for him to stab her.
What?
Okay. Soul Absorption. He heals 20 life and restores 20 shields when a nearby biological unit is slain. He's deadly charged, which intercepts a target enemy unit and strikes for 200 damage. and destruction wave. Unleashes a massive wave of force in a straight line, dealing 50 damage, 25 versus air, plus 25 versus air.